Good morning to all. Today we are going to discuss our Unit 5. The Unit 5 Groundwater and Management. First of all, we should understand very clearly what is meant by groundwater, where the groundwater origin will be start, what are the classification types of groundwater, and what are the properties of aquifer, governing equations, steady and unsteady flow, artificial research, RWH in rural and urban areas. So, based on that, how we are going to manage the groundwater. So, origin of the groundwater. The course outcome of this topic is on the successful completion of the course, students will be able to illustrate the basic aquifer parameters and groundwater resources for different hydrogeological boundary conditions. So it is up to their understand level. The course outcome of this topic will correlated with program outcome 1, program outcome 7, and then there is no correlation with the program specific outcomes. So the topic of today is what is groundwater. So groundwater, water beneath the surface trapped in sediment and rock is called groundwater. So see the right side of the picture. Based on the precipitation, the infiltration will be aquifer to the ground. So the infiltration, it will be increase the ground level as well as it will be give the strengthening of plants intake of the soil water. So it is up to the unsaturated zone. Once the water table is crossed, the below level is groundwater zone. So from the groundwater zone, the silt layer will be formed. Then sand layer also like sand and gravel aquifer. How about that? We have the aquifer process. So below that, we know very well about the geological formation about the rocks. So fractured rock aquifer. So water stored underground in cracks and pores. So the most of the fresh water available for human use is groundwater. So the origin of groundwater, the groundwater originates from precipitation sinking into the ground from the surface to the water table. Groundwater occurs in the open space between silt, sand and gravel particles or in natural fractures with the bedrocks. So see from here the picture, the well they take the water through the groundwater. So the particles from here, the air, sand, and then water. Here the vadose zone will be occur capillary infusion, and it is called saturation zone. So through the precipitation, the groundwater will be increased under the groundwater tables. So the origin of groundwater unsaturated zone. See the particles from here. Then this is the capillary French, and this is called saturation zone in groundwater. So origin of the groundwater. So infiltration rate, unsaturated zone. Then this is called saturated zone. So see the groundwater will be increased. This is called capillary French. So the aquifer, once water reaches the saturated zone, it is called groundwater. If the geological material of this saturated zone is permeable and can yield water to the well in sufficient quantity to supply users needs, it is reflected as a aquifer. So the aquifer meaning is, see very clearly, under the geological materials of the saturated zone is permeable and it will be infilter can yield water to well in sufficient quantity to supply user needs, that is reflected as a aquifer. Aquifer can be either unconfined or confined waters. So see from here the research area, water table, so potentiometric surface, then flowing irrigation well, then fractured water table wells, then artesian well, then groundwater surface. So through this way the groundwater will be increased. So that is called confined and unconfined water, confined aquifer. So this is the zone of confined unit. So these are the reference material. Thank you.